Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, and today I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at naughtylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable, and please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Good morning, Naughty Crew. Happy Friday Eve. And welcome back to my channel, the Naughty Love Movement. It's your host, Naughty, bringing you the latest and trending topics, and I vlog my life. Hope everybody is having a wonderful start to their day, and thank you all for joining me. Before we get into today's show, please make sure you are hitting that like button as you're loading up in the room. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Share this live out. Interact with the channel. Hit the like, hit the dislike. It doesn't even matter. Also, follow me on all of the free apps. That information is scrolling below on my banner. And don't forget to support your independent content creator. We accept payments of Cash App, Zelle, Super Chat, Super Sticker. But the free ways to support the channel is to like, share, subscribe, and shout out to the replay game. Hype up the video if you can. Hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful start to your day. Hey, be more shorty girl. What is going on? What is going on? Oh, child. So much to get into. The hip hop boys, they are loud. Them East Coast boys are loud. Let me tell you something. 50 Cent done woke him up. But everybody see what T.I. and his family did, the Harris family, on the tail end of trolling the situation between T.I. and 50 Cent. And now people are understanding the assignment. And number one, Papoose finally got it. He dropped a diss track against 50 Cent. Look, 3 times the charm. And it's looking like it is a hit. Child, I was like a proud mama, like bout time, Papoose, because you need something to redeem yourself. I said, oh my God, Papoose finally went viral on his own, child. Finally went viral on his own. I was a proud mama, but still can't stand your ass for what you did to Remy Ma. But that's what's up. I'm finally glad you understood the assignment. You get a round of applause. Okay. Also, Maino. Yes. He also came with a diss track, and we're gonna get into it all. Also, we're gonna get into Royce Reese. She hopped on a live with her son that she shares with Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard responds to Amy Luciani's accusations that she put out there, saying that he has a problem, he has addictions, and things like that. I mean, child, everybody know he that shit crazy. I don't know why you didn't read the room, but we'll get into it. We're gonna get into Egypt Criss's husband, Sam, responding to Tretch and his outrage and what happened with the fight. Like he's got to come out here and mansplain this. Also, I want to get into India Love, child. She's a new streamer, and she trying to get her stream up. I get it, but a lot of her behaviors have been suspect in the past. We're going to get into it. And then I want to touch on Lil Durk sending India birthday wishes. And I also want to talk about how 50 Cent is also very crucial with supporting Little Durk while he's incarcerated. This is not the first time we heard this. Say what you want about 50 Cent. That man opened up doors for people, okay? He keep people working, and when you down, he supports you. You know what I'm saying? Remy Ma said it out of her mouth. Oh, he smoked them pompoos out from upstairs. Child. Be more shorty, child. Woo. He did. He really, really did. Um his big one. Also, I found out that whole Max B and 50 Cent um diss track that they dropped, found out that was AI. So I apologize to United Crew. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. But yeah, the East Coast boys are cooking, child. Mhm. Y'all like the video, like the video, like the video, share my live out, child. I had a night, okay, when it came to sleeping last night. Excuse me. Happy wake and bake to all my naughty crew. Let me know what za you smoking on this morning. All right. Anyway, but yeah, I had a hard night. Like I was just hot last night. This perimenopausal stuff, y'all, chill. See, I'm a 2 shower a day girl, but when I say I woke up feeling so sticky, like I just jumped right in the shower. Like, I get it off of me, get it off of me. But the weather is breaking here on the East Coast or whatever, and I'm just like, it's too soon to put in the AC. I got fans going everywhere, child. Like this perimenopausal stuff is not for me. So, ladies in the chat, if you got a story, please let me know if you got. I take supplements. I definitely take supplements to try to help it. But just last night, it was this a lot, a lot, a lot. Okay. Hey, James. Hey, y'all. Hey, Double A. Thank y'all for joining. Yes, thumbs up the video. Can I say these pastors are being freaking reckless out here? All right. And I'm talking about all these false prophets out here misusing their platforms, trying to garner money for the people. I think I saw a story the other day. The pastor was trying to say, like, the tithes and the offerings come before y'all pay y'all bills and stuff like that. This greedy. Okay. Well, here it is. Pastor Ho Bryant wants to come out here talking about the Target boycott is over. As you all know, Target was like one of the first big companies to jump on Trump getting rid of the DEI. We got a little bit of the storm, be more shorty. It rained here, but it wasn't like bad, like downpour bad. Yeah, so Pastor Jamal Bryant, who is former husband of Giselle Bryant from the Real Housewives of Potomac, known as Pastor Ho, okay, because he was handing out peen all over the congregation and making babies and things like that. I don't know I don't understand why people are taking anything he say with a grain of salt. I don't get it. But he is under fire. Social media is going crazy. Okay. He said that the boycott is over despite Target not reversing any of its diversity policies. Boycott still on. So social media went crazy. He reportedly said the boycott is ending after what he called productive conversation with Target executives. But according to reports, the company did not reverse or change any of its policies, including those tied to the diversity initiatives. Ciao. So social media went crazy. Hold on 1 second. Y'all like the video? Please like the video. I just thought this was interesting, and so I wanted to share. And I was just like, boy, go sit down. Didn't you have your BBL first lady out here looking crazy, and everybody was criticizing her and everything? I swear, people do not know how to read the room. So some social media users are saying, like this first person says, that was a real cute try at Target. We're not coming back. This person says, how big a check did Target cut Jamal? This person said, I'll be boycotting Target for the rest of my life. Ciao. Okay. So people are outraged, but this is how false prophets play in your face. This is how they lead you down a dark path. Okay. Okay. That's why you can't just be following people. Y'all know social media make anybody famous now. But please be a free thinker out here, because people will lead you down a dark path, and you next thing you know, your whole life is turned upside down. But people hold him in high regard because he got pastor in front of his name, but they're not looking at his behavior, how he treated his wife, how he treats his daughters, well, his ex-wife, excuse me. All right. This man is a minister gigolo. Okay. Like, at the end of the day, I don't want to hear no word from Pastor Jamal Bryant. Okay. I don't want to hear shit. You don't even live by your own word that you preach out here into the world. Well, my homegirl came for him and I was here for it. So I was like, yeah, girl, get him. Get him. Get him. Y'all know my girl be going in. Here you go. Shout out to the Naughty Crew.
I just want y'all to listen to this. Pastor Jamal Bryant doesn't speak for the whole Black community. There is no goddamn leader. We move on our ancestors. And our ancestors said we not fucking moving. That boycott is over for him. But for Black folks, bitch, be prepared for your prices to still go down. Cause we ain't moving. You ain't offered us shit. You ain't said shit about us when you brought that new person in. Therefore, you are shit on our shoes. Target, don't let that Black man get y'all fucked up and think we coming back. Could you be stupid to do so? Hey, Target, I just want y'all to listen to this. Pastor Jamal Bryant doesn't speak for the whole Black community.
Period. Shout out to Talk Shit Nene. I love her. I love her. I love her reels. I like and share as many as possible. Shout out to her. No, he does not speak for the whole Black community, Naughty Crew. At the end of the day, I wouldn't follow anything Pastor Bryant has to say. What's up, James? Be More Shorty says she haven't been to Target in a year or shopped online with Target. Neither have I. Another sellout pastor. I'm not shopping at Target, period. It just goes to show how people will sell their souls for a check. Okay. Also, congratulations is in order for Jason Lee. Okay. He is the vice mayor for Stockton, California. Here recently, because it was a whole lot of scandal when he got in the office. They tried to say he misappropriated funds. He was ultimately vindicated, but he's over there doing some big things. And when people do good, I like to share it out. Jason has evolved. He's come a long way from that gossiping queer man running around in everybody tea and spreading everybody dirt. Okay. He's also famous for threatening to expose Jay-Z and Beyonce, but check what he did for the community. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talks.
This was an opportunity for the city to take a state grant and enhance its building that they have no plan to lift and no alternative to bring in the money. And tonight we turned down the opportunity to even try to get it. And it wasn't because we don't need it. It wasn't because kids aren't asking for it or their families, because we hear all the time where people say we want stuff for kids to do. Maybe it's because my brother died in the building. They thought this would hurt my feelings. It does not hurt my feelings, because I'm still going to continue to figure out how to fight for the kids in this community. And we're still going to figure out how to make sure that we use all of my relationships to be able to make that happen. I'm going to find out today if I can get this $14 million grant for this youth project that I've been working on for years. So the governor will make an announcement, and I'm full of anxiety, because if it's a no, then this is not going to be a good video. If it's a yes, it's going to be a huge win, because this is the one where the council voted against it. So I'm on pins and needles waiting to see what happens. I would feel like the full circle thing in why I went and advocated for youth services, why I ended up being forced into run for office because of the lack of investment and the lack of priority of children in Stockton. The fact that I won, became vice mayor, and then after getting the team in to get this done, getting it voted down, to then come back and apply, and now it end up in my district would just only be God showing the city, stop playing around. It was live in 1 minute and 32 seconds.
People are sick and tired of the rhetoric. They want to see things built, and they want people off the streets and people in crisis having opportunities and options in real time. This is the second round of that bond, $1.18 billion, that will award 66 projects, 150, or rather 130 facilities.
What? What did the email say?
Oh my God, it said, okay, hold on. We're a conditional awardee, so we have a few things we have to do. But that's like verifying the match and everything. But it literally says, Dear Bond Behavioral Health, infrastructure person, we're pleased to announce that you have been conditionally selected to receive funding. Oh my God.
Wait, well that's you. So wait, so how much did we apply for?
Like 12.8.
That's great.
Oh my God.
That's great news.
That's amazing news, yeah.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Wait, so did we? Okay, so let me just be clear, because I just don't, I feel like there's always something that happens. So we got the award.
We got the award. I mean, 'cause what I was looking for was the email, so that's what we just got.
Forward me the email. Good work.
Okay. Oh my God, amazing. Okay.
Bye. I need to call her back because of course I got to tell somebody.
It might say don't announce until you're official.
Does it say that? Because
I
if,
haven't.
if it don't, I'm announcing it. I don't care. Because this is a huge, listen, after what I've gone through in Stockton, this is a huge win.
They approved it?
They approved it.
That's amazing. So that means you can get the building, right?
We're going to build it from scratch, 12.8 million.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They gave us 12.8
God.
12.8 million.
That's fucking amazing. Congrats.
The governor just approved the $13 million grant for my nonprofit.
Hey, let's go, man. It's lit.
Yeah, so all
I thought this was amazing because Jason Lee, he went through a lot, but he is a good example of if you want to make change, these are the steps you need to take. You need to be involved in community. You need to be down at your local city hall, finding out what is going on. Where is the money being spent? He had an objective and set a goal, and he met the stand. I think he's doing an outstanding job through all the diversity, from being dragged online, from being accused of stealing, from being accused of misappropriating funds. Like I said, he was vindicated from all of that. And now look at where he is. Let me tell you something. When you are doing God's work and when you're walking in the path of righteousness, there's nothing but abundance and blessings and love that can come your way. And Jason Lee, he used to be so messy. So for him to find a new path, some purpose, it just goes to show you don't have to be caught up in all this drama. And trust me, Jason, he's real slick with the mouth. I ain't going to say I agree with everything he does or how he does it, but this right here, I have to stand by him. All right. So we love to see it. Stockton Vice Mayor Jason Lee secures $12.4 million in state funding to build I Am Ready Stockton Youth Center, a youth behavioral health facility with 20 beds for individuals seeking voluntary mental health support. I love this because the mental health system in the United States is so jacked up. It's hard to gain access. Like, unless you have a career or a job where you have, like, my company has a benefit system set up called EAP. So like, if I feel like I'm having some mental health struggles and stuff like that, I can reach out to them and they help connect me with different doctors so that I can get an appointment. Also, I have a very good primary care doctor. If I go to her and say, hey, I'm not feeling well, I'm going through some depression and stuff like that, she immediately gets me in. But don't go to try to find mental health services on your own. It is so hard. Like they don't even pick up the phone. They don't even return your messages. But I think it's like an influx of so many people. And that's why you see so many people running around not treated. You know what I mean? Because one of the obstacles is to actually get into the mental health system. And I know in my state, a lot of times some people got to admit themselves in the hospital into a mental health program in order to get on a path to seeing a psychiatrist, counselor, whatever you need. Like, why should I have to admit myself, garner a bill? Because like a lot of the mental health, behavioral health facilities and stuff like that, insurance doesn't cover a lot of it. So you end up with a huge bill. Then you get a bill from the hospital. Why should I have to go through all of that of spending money to get on a path to get my mental health on track? Like, it should not be that hard. So I love this. And, in my family, I have a lot of people that suffer with mental illness, anxiety and things like that. And I've seen the struggle firsthand. So I love this for Jason. I just wanted to share that. Y'all let me know what y'all think and what your thoughts are in the comments. And we gotta get our youth back, Naughty Crew. It starts with the youth. And we have to create healthy systems for them to thrive. And because of influences like MAGA and things like that, they injected toxicity into our society so that our youth will go off the rails. And it's a long-term agenda there. It's a story for another day, but that's how they always try to inject their venom into our society. They go through our youth. So I just thought that was a great story. I don't want y'all to think I only covered the mess. Hey, D. Smith, good morning. Good morning. Okay, let's get into Papoose, okay? He came out swinging, y'all. He came out swinging, okay? I was like a proud mama on the sidelines. I said, Pat, finally. Finally, you did something. It don't redeem you for all that is going on with your marriage. But you needed a small win because, man, you was looking down. You was looking real down when you was out there in Cali. I think Papoosee still celebrating his birthday, and he been overindulging in liquid courage. Let's just say it like that. So let's get in to his diss track to 50. As you all know, 50 woke up hip hop on the East Coast for real. Okay. It started out with Davies, Fabulous, and all them folks. To me, Fabulous is the one that went viral in that whole situation. He killed it or whatever. The beat was hard, his cadence was great or whatever. And so then 50 started trolling Clarissa and Papoosee, okay? And for me, I felt like 50 was trying to hold Papoosee accountable. As you all know, 50 is a big advocate that stands behind Remy Ma. He held her down while she was in prison. And I think this is where it's a sore spot for Papoosee, because 50 was like hanging in the background, like, yeah, Rim, I got you. Whole time he letting you portray this role like you this good provider, good man, standing by your woman through thick and thin and this and that or whatever. And then the wool came off. So the mask came off, excuse me. So ultimately, I felt like 50 was exposing Papoose with that video. I don't feel like he was making fun of Clarissa too much at all. He was just acknowledging that this is a pimp prostitute situation. All right. So Pap has teased a few diss tracks. First two were whack, but 3 times is the charm, right? Or whatever. And Pap is like really, really old school with his hip hop and his lyrical ability or whatever. I think he's along the lines of conscious rap. Would y'all say that? Y'all let me know in the comments. All right. So let's get into this diss track to 50 Cent. I think he understood the assignment.
Hey, yo, 50, you a bitch, man. You can't bully no Brooklyn nigga.
You are now listening to the sound.
Fools? He was a crab in a barrel until Eminem picked him. Made himself famous by claiming he was a victim.
Wow. Off the gate, Naughty Crew. Off the gate. Said he was a victim of Eminem. And he used his victimhood to become famous, child.
Claim to fame was I got shot 9 times, but the truth is he only got shot 5 times. He lied because he wanted to get shot more than Tupac. Lame choice.
It's crazy because getting shot once is okay. Like, that would be enough for me. I don't understand why. He was. That was some violence. But who knows what 50 was doing behind the scenes, child, okay?
Game voice, G, you not. Queens don't respect you, they know you a joke, you clown. You from
Wow, he said, G, you not. Queens don't respect. I have to keep stopping it, y'all, because you know they will copyright strike me, okay? Especially me, because I've been talking cash-ish about his side chick, okay?
Queens, but pay Bronx niggas to hold you down. You even hate on your own crew. Why you be dissing Banks? Is it cause he nicer than you or cause you just a snake? Try to take Mayweather money, put you in your place. Heard that story about how Floyd punched you in your face.
Whoa, not the Floyd story, not broke down Floyd. Floyd going broke, okay? I don't believe none of this, Papoosee. You're a lie, but it sounds good though.
Did 6 months in shop, you never been upstate. Vivica tossed your salad, she had a shitty face. Black child.
Not Vivica tossed your salad, she had a shitty face. Oh my God. Yes, his rap style is early 90s, James. I agree, child. This is this. He slaughtered this, though. He slaughtered this.
Poked you up, left you with the shakes. Bruno Carvalho yapped your chain and ended up with a case. When he got shot, they tried to take his face off. That nigga jaw was wired up like Jake Paul.
Woo! What are your thoughts, Naughty Crew? What are your thoughts? What do you? It was definitely better than that Max B collab, that AI mess that they put out. Didn't like the beat. Like without the visual, I don't think I would have been interested. But this is definitely a step up. I think it's on the level with Fabulous. But do y'all think it's a chart topper? Y'all think he went viral over it? Telling you, 50 he's got hip hop in the chokehold right now. He got the algorithm in the chokehold. It's 50 Cent versus everybody, and he don't care. He really don't care. Y'all like the video? Like the video. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all come out of the bushes. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Papoosee's diss track, the latest one to 50 Cent. I think he kind of smashed it for sure. I think he definitely smashed it. Thank you, James. I said that last night on Hip Hop and Chill, okay? Because I was over on Hip Hop and Chill. Shout out to my homegirl. Go check her out. We had a show last night, and we were talking about all of out of all of this 50 beef, who do you think really, really brought it? And so Hip Hop and Chill, although she said she felt like King really brought it. He brought it on the trolling, and then he dropped music. And my argument with her was, like, I disagree, sis. I feel like Fab killed it because it was 4 of them on that album, but Fab's verse went viral. That's my opinion. King did it or whatever. He did a good job, and he going to stand 10 toes down for his mama and stuff like that. Like, look, and I gave the Harris family they acclimates. They really capitalized off of that situation, you know, especially with the children, you know what I mean? Like family legacy all day. or whatever. But what do y'all think about Papoose? I think he did a good job. I think the biggest thing is what's next. That's what I asked. What's next? Yes, I look. I ain't no hater. When somebody do good, I like to point it out. You know what I'm saying? Despite everything he got going on with his marital issues and things like that, I just hope Pat get back to himself, his right mind, and just go make it right with Remy Ma. Because the way he like dangling Clarissa all over these internet streets and stuff like that, it's just not cool. It's just not cool. And I hope in my heart of hearts, he just go back and fix whatever he need to fix with his wife. And I'm not saying that means get them getting back together. I'm not saying that at all. Come to a common ground where y'all can get back to y'all friendship so that y'all can raise y'all little girl, the golden child. You understand? So, and I feel like until he goes back to handle that, he's always going to have obstacles in his way because people are going to look at character and how your family is just out in the open, broken and stuff like that. Like, and I want him to be the best because he's a parent. You know what I'm saying, to a little girl. Right. The fact that Fab took G Unit beat and made it fire. Yes, James. Yes. We hip hop heads over here. I feel like Fab did the best out of this whole thing. Even over the Harrises. Fab. One man standing, okay? He did it. I thought it was dope. All right. And also, let me see. Maino, he dropped something too. Y'all like the video, like the video, like the video. So Pat finally went viral on his own, child. All right. So some people are out here saying, this is the commentary before we get to Maino. People are saying, shout out to El Reacher. This is other people's opinion. I don't agree, but I got to share all sides, right? Leave it to me to be a little messy.
Upper hand in my pocket, holding the shot Glock about to cock it. Brass could broken plexiglass could never stop me. They said you want me for a battle, but now you got me.
So they are saying Papoosee drop a new diss track, and they saying Clarissa wrote that. They are crazy, child. This internet is
the put infrared. I'm butter on. One hand in your face, the other hand in my pocket, holding the shot Glock about to cock it. Brass could broken.
Look, check out the Jay-Z meme. But I always felt like Papoose, I always felt like he had like a monotone type cadence. And let me explain what I mean. It like after a while, all his raps just sound the same. Is it me? I feel like every time he in a car, it may be a different beat, but sometimes the words they just it's the same cadence all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And I think that's why like he haven't had any like hits on his own, but it looked like he got one now. It looked like he definitely got one now. Y'all like the video, like the video. Let's get into Maino dropping his diss track to 50 Cent, or half dollar as people call it. Mm-hmm. And Maino's track, I'm just like, okay, maybe you're a day late and $1 short. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Have y'all heard Maino's track? Let's get into it. Ooh, James. James said, my opinion, the Locks was the first to expose 50 Cent and G Unit. I don't remember that. Refresh my memory, James. I love the Locks. I love me some Jada Kiss, okay?
Tries me on your top again. You was just a product of lies and strong marketing. Always seen a bitch in your eyes, you a comedian. You never took a life in your life, you was obedient. Be careful when you come at me, nigga, you couldn't humble me. Why the ones you beef with end up in fair custody?
He said, why the ones you beef with end up in Fed custody? Who y'all think he talking about? Is that a diss at his beef with Big Meech and Little Meech? I don't know. Y'all let me know.
50 ways to catch a killer. Is that your energy? Only black men, no white men is your enemy. Queens niggas love me, Curtis. Let's rap about it. Didn't free smack you, you ain't do jack about it. All that
Free smack them. Like them glasses, Maino. I've been thinking about getting. I like those glasses.
Killer imagery, but you only just rapped about it. You a false god, shot 9 times, you capped about it. You overrated, this is your day to get deflated. Only white kids from the birds thought you was gangster. We fuck with you cause of your story, thought you was like us. Just to find out this whole time you was the wankster. Fake fuck, nigga, your bars is prosthetic.
Wow, he said, just to find out you was the wankster. Woo! Shots fired, man. I said you was the wankster. Y'all let me know.
Lately you've been looking unhealthy, you diabetic. This is disrespect to the fullest, so I...
Now that I think about it, this sound like what would be a Jim Jones beat, no? That's what it's giving. It's giving me some Jim Jones vibes in here.
Said it, you never been a bully to me. Boy, I'm with it. Niggas bleed just like us. Picture me being scared of a nigga that never shot nothing or killed shit. Niggas bleed just like us. Picture me being shook of a nigga that beat up on women and not men. They bleed.
Woo! Okay, shots fired. Woo. It took me a little minute to get into it, but I'm understanding. I'm understanding the assignment here. Okay.
Just like us, nigga, we don't believe you. You gonna have to prove it to me. Need more people. They bleed just like us. Boo boo, you just a joke. Enough of all that trolling shit. I want the smoke.
Music family, you know. Hey, 50 Cent got a full ass plate, gang. Hey, look, before we get to rating this song, before I ask y'all how y'all feel, I truthfully, if I was 50 Cent, I would start with Damani first. Damani got the best diss song towards 50 Cent right now. But then Papoose a close second. Then I get to Papoose. And then I would just group in everybody else after that. I ain't gonna lie. Because I feel like I fucked with a couple lines in this. But I feel like he shouldn't have dropped this with Papoose drop today. Because Papoose kind of got us distracted. This should have came tomorrow. Then we could have been like, oh, shit.
Right. Like one after another. Each day somebody dropped something. But right. I think Papoose this outshined his.
You know, music family, y'all gonna let me know for sure. You know, my family is very vocal. They gonna tell me how y'all feel about this. You know what I mean? Family, I'm curious. Hey, rap kind of fun right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. This hip hop shit kind of fun because you never know, nigga. I'm talking.
Yo, it haven't been lit like this, beef style, I think since Jay-Z and Nas beef. Like lit. I mean, Kendrick Lamar and Drake, that was all right, but it haven't been lit like this. That's why I'm loving it right now. Let's see what people are saying in the comments. All right, this person said, never been a fan of Maino's music, but this was pretty tough. This person says, I think this is dope. He definitely picked a better beat than Pap. Okay. Right. Thank you. Shout out to That's Gas Money Ray. New Fab has the best response. I concur. I agree. I still feel like Fab was the best out of everybody. 50 versus the Avengers. Shall. This person thinks he came with a better diss than Pap. Okay, so I'm getting mixed reviews, Naughty Crew. I'm definitely getting mixed reviews. But overall, I feel like both gentlemen understood the assignment and did a good job. Now, are we gonna be hearing this bumping in the club? Maybe in the East Coast and in a bar somewhere. But the beef is epic. I mean, say what you want. 50 still woke it up, okay? And 50, like, I don't care. Y'all can bring out all the allegations y'all want. I don't care. I don't care. Child. Oh, child. Do y'all see these gas prices going up like from the weekend? It's about to go down. Like, this is in California. The gas is up to $8.29. I'm about to be on public transportation, fucking around with the president dumpster, y'all. Y'all like the video, like the video, like the video. So let's get into Sam, Egypt Criss, as you all know, she just got knocked the hell out this past weekend. She came live and said she realized this is not for her. Boxing's not for her. She got her feet wet and things like that. And she's like onward and forward. And she thanked everybody who were her true supporters, which I think was shade. Do you think that was shade at Tretch? I don't know. She basically said, don't nobody influence her decisions. She her own person and this and that, because Tretch was blaming her clout chasing husband, Sam. Okay, well, Sam has now come forward to give his side of the story, but general consensus, everyone thought this was a bad idea. Number one, who she fought is a two-time Olympian gold medalist, number one, more trained. And I just really felt like Egypt was not prepared for the fight at all. The girl did not even protect her face, her moneymaker, at all. And I'm like, who trained her? This is amateur at its best. I think James is the one that said it. She should have had like a fight that was I forgot what you call it, James. Let me know in the comments. But it's, you know, when you first starting out and you're amateur, to get your feet wet and things like that. You know, it was the knockout of the year. Hell, if you ask me, Clarissa, you in trouble, girl. Like, that girl was able to knock her. But you know what? No, I take that back. Because even Clarissa said, like, people have to understand your resume matters when it comes to making a decision, when it comes to your opponent in the ring, right? So I take that back. At the end of the day, the young lady she fought, I forget her name, Jade or something like that. I don't even count this as a fight for her. Egypt did not have the same level of experience. I think Voodoo Doll, she said, you know, in boxing, in different sports, you have to have a certain IQ. Like Floyd Mayweather, for instance, he may not be able to read, write, or be financially literate, but when it comes to the sport of boxing, his IQ is high. He's like one of the best. He's at the top. A tune-up fight. Thank you, James. She should have had a tune-up fight first before she jumped in the ring or whatever. And Tretch recognized that. Like, dude, you out here making a whole fool of my daughter on some real, and her safety was at risk. Well, Sam came back and he had a rebuttal. We went over his previous response and he basically said, I'm not Egypt's manager. How convenient. but you're circling around and acting as though you are the manager. Okay, it's the same thing Pap is doing to Clarissa. Okay, like she could say that's not her manager, but we all know what the hell it is. Let's get into this.
A Taekwondo two-time medalist, it definitely is a resume. And I'm speaking to you, I am justice, so you know, I'm really making sure you know what I'm saying. When you're going into this kind of sport and you're looking at things from the perspective that our management and us and even the owner of Misfits, Mams Taylor, you know, they go in and they say, okay, this is boxing. And it is boxing. So when you go and take a sport that all you do is kick, the most thing you can say is, yeah, a two-time medalist says that you have a good work ethic. It really means that. It means you're going to work hard, you're going to train hard, and you're going to figure things out, which we prepared for it. But the timeline that we were given of how long this person had been training was less than the time frame that Egypt had been training and learning how to use their hands from a person who said that they didn't use their hands before. You know, so it was definitely a bamboozle trick. You know what I'm saying? I a Taekwondo two-time medalist.
Sam, are you trying to say they did the 52 fake out on y'all? I mean, she's a trained fighter, whether she used her hands or her feet. She's a trained fighter. She's a gold medalist. Like, what the hell?
That's suspicious. That's weird.
And you just confirming what Chuck said, that Egypt team is trash.
Touched the ring the minute that she was hit. I was ready to fight and try to fight everybody. I was on a crazy rampage. They snatched me up so quick. You know what I'm saying? And it was a tragic moment for all of us, you know?
What the hell? Yo, Sam.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I award you no points.
No. Yeah, this boxer, like this whole setup, has caused a lot of controversy. This girl could be in trouble for something like this, but it happens. What can we do? Once that contract was signed from Egypt and her management, and then once the girl had signed hers, it didn't really matter that, oh, bitch, we were in camp the whole time. You know, it was a mind trick played on us, and all we could have said was we would have been better prepared. I wish that people would be more honorable in their state.
Let me tell you something, Sam. You always got to be prepared for whatever. You got to be prepared for any and everything. In that sport, there is no room to underestimate your component. What do you mean, better prepared? I saw Egypt's profile. Only thing it looked like to me that she was just working out, not training to fight. Boy, bar. This is you just solidify everything Tretch said.
I wish that we would have known all this kind of stuff before, because we would have definitely dropped the fight. And that's another thing that people don't realize was with this situation, there's no mistake that I said to my friend, I was like, yo, you should totally hit up your family members. I don't need to touch the ring the minute that she was hit. I was ready to fight and try to fight everybody. I was on just speak on names. You should hit up your family members, see what they're thinking. Tell them what you're going through. Tell them what you're feeling. Get some second, opinions on this stuff.
Yo, but no accountability. Egypt was simply not prepared. At the end of the day, she wasn't even protecting herself, Sam. She wasn't even protecting herself. And you talking about, the minute she got knocked out, I was in the ring ready to fight. First of all, this is a professional environment. That's just going to bring more problems to the situation. What do you mean you were ready to fight? Oh, you want to pretend like you're a protective husband, even though you be pimping out your wife.
Whatever you want to do. That way you can decide if we should still take this. And by Egypt, she hit up her people. Some people responded, some people did not respond. Just speak on names. You should hit up your family members, see what they're thinking. Tell them what you're going through. Tell them what you're feeling. Get some second, opinions on this stuff. Whatever you want to do. That way you can decide if we should still take this. And by Egypt, she hit up her people. Some people responded. Some people did not respond.
That's shade. I think that's shade at her father. Some people responded. She will forever be known as the girl that got knocked out. And that fall is epic, Naughty Crew. That knockout is epic. Y'all already know. As soon as I seen it, I was like, first thing I thought of was Smokey. Like, you got knocked the fuck out. It was over. Sam, at the end of the day, this was a negligent move on y'all part. And if this is how y'all are conducting your lives, y'all are just like fly by the seat people. You're not thinking things through. You're not making sure opportunities are lucrative or whatever. Like, it's over. Boxing for Egypt is over. She needs to get back in the booth, get back to her music, get back to herself. She's, a mom, a new mom and everything. I don't know. Something about her look this seems like disshuffled, but Sam is a manipulative narcissist, and I don't believe anything that comes out of his mouth. Y'all like the video, like the video, like the video. Shout out to my peeps joining me on Instagram. Media 1414, I see you. King Yak, I see you. Husband, I see you. Love you long time. And shout out to my peeps on Facebook. All right, up next, 20 people in the building. Please make sure y'all are liking the like button, okay? Help me get in the algorithm. Let's get into Dwight Howard. Oh, no, no, let's not do that. Let's get into 50 Cent and Lil Durk, which I found interesting. I've been following this Lil Durk situation. They finally confirmed that Brian Still is officially on his legal team. We went over that, I think, earlier in the week. So that's some updates on Durk. He also celebrated his wife, India. I don't know if it's his wife or if they were engaged. Don't ask me, okay? Because they were on and off again for some time there because Durk is a cheater, okay? But he managed to celebrate India, his wife's birthday, with an emotional birthday tribute.
Thank you for saving my life.
1 second.
Inshallah, you have many, many more birthdays. Thank you for being by my side. Thank you for loving me unconditionally. Thank you for saving my life in the way I think. My heart, you my soulmate and my best friend, and you my wife. You my safe place, you my balance. You help me see the real me, meaning a father, a husband, a brother, and an uncle. Thank you, and I love you, Ms. Banks, and you're a wonderful mother. Happy birthday, Boo Bae. Inshallah, you have many, many more birthdays. Thank you for being by my side. Thank you for loving me unconditionally. Thank you for saving my life in the way I think. My heart, you my soulmate and my best friend, and you my wife. You my safe place, you my balance. You help me see the real me, meaning a father, a husband, a brother, and an uncle. Thank you, and I love you, Ms. Banks, and you're a wonderful mother. Happy birthday, Boo Bae. Inshallah, you have many, many more birthdays.
That sounds dope. This is a tough position he's in. Look, he's innocent until he's proven guilty. Naughty Crew. But he's gonna do what he can from behind bars. Here's another tribute.
Inshallah, you have many, many more birthdays.
India, she posted it, and then Lil Durk still holding it down for his boo, Bay India, making a jailhouse call to celebrate her 31st birthday. He got to do what he can. Okay. That's how she ultimately celebrated her birthday. Okay. Guess they got to get creative. Let's get these likes up. Let's get these likes up. Yes, be more shorty. Okay. So shout out to India Love. Happy birthday, girl. Go ahead. You be that ride or die holding your man down. Yeah, but I was surprised once again. Not surprised, but I saw that 50 Cent is helping hold Lil Durk down as he does many people. So say what you want, they could disparage him, bring up his past and stuff like that. He does a lot of good deeds, okay? Shout out to Get Lifted Financially. Salute to 50 Cent for showing real loyalty while Lil Durk is behind bars. Reports say he reached out to India and sent $100K to help with court costs and make sure the kids are good. Their real support when it matters most. Prayers up for Durk and his whole family during this time. May God cover them with strength, peace, and favor through it all. So, let me tell you something. Ain't nobody all the way bad. People got their good points and stuff like that. But it seems that the consensus is 50 is consistent. I keep telling y'all that. That's why I really like him, and he's my favorite troll or whatever. The main characteristic that I do like about 50 is he's consistent. He's consistent about his causes. He's consistent. All right. And when people normally get into situations like Lil Durk is in, you find out who your true peoples are. And a lot of people ultimately turn their back on you, even though you haven't been convicted, even though you're going through a process. You know what I mean? So that has to be tough on the family. Financially, it's expensive for people to be in prison. We all know prison is a business or whatever. But like I said, he's innocent until proven guilty. I went over this, I think last week. A lot of the evidence is being thrown out. So I'm interested to see how this is going to turn out. Hey, good morning, Hip Hop and Chill. Shout out to my homegirl. Y'all go check out our show from last night. We had a great show. We really, really did. So y'all go over there and check it out. I really, really have a good time over there. All right, so shout out to 50 holding his fellow hip hop community down, okay? Ooh, chill. Let's get into Dwight Howard and Royce Reed situation. Now, Royce has been speaking. She sat down with Carlos King, and her son has been speaking out. So she jumped on a live with her son because I want to start with them because at the end of the day, what this young man has witnessed and things like his feelings matter ultimately it's about him. And people ask why Royce Reed is still like out loud and proud because her son is 18. Royce is still in court with Dwight Howard fighting him. You talking 18 years of a fight. She's also banned with the other children's moms, and this created a safe space. So I respect what Royce is doing. What I don't respect is what Amy Luciani is doing. That's what I told y'all. That hoe trying to save face for something. That's why she came out here with all these damn crocodile tears and these fake props and things like that. What is a bag of whatever substance you had gonna prove? Like, unless we see the powder on the man's nose or him actually ingesting it, like, why should we believe you? But when he start playing in your face, now it's, oh, I gotta protect the kids. After CPS done been in the house 3 times in the last month, girl, you don't care about them kids. You don't care about them kids. You care about saving face. So let's start off with Royce and Dwight Howard's son speaking out. Let's get into it. I don't know. This is my first time watching it, so I don't know. Here we go. But he's now 18.
Him like around my birthday and after Christmas, like in between then. And I asked him, I was like, so why did you say that you were getting me all this stuff for my birthday for Christmas? And you told me send you links and stuff and you never did. And I was telling him, I'm like, you say that you gonna get me these gifts. You promise me all this stuff and you don't do it. Or the stuff that you do give.
Outside of this past birthday.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time he got you anything for Christmas? When was the last time he got you anything for your birthday? When was the last time he showed up for anything important? So why even let it take you there? Why even let him get you on that level? I've told you this before. You allow yourself to, well, you are your mama's child, but you allow yourself to constantly be hurt.
And I had asked him like around my birthday and after Christmas, like in between.
See, and I understand what Royce is saying. But when a child is dealing with abandonment issues from a parent, all the child wants to do is love on that parent. That's still their parent at the end of the day. And children are resilient. They'll forgive you over and over again. And that's why he keeps going back. But I think now that he's older, Royce is like, okay, you got to take a different position. Don't keep opening yourself up and allowing yourself to get hurt, because he showed you who he is already. Go by his behaviors and his acts. Don't go by what he tells you. That's what she was trying to say here.
By someone who has shown you who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yeah.
Why? I told you at the time.
I really, really understand this, because this is personal for me, because I had to have that same type of talk with my child. It as parents, it hurts you to see them hurting and knowing that there's nothing you can do to relieve that type of hurt off your child. You know what I'm saying? Because all they want is their other parent, whether it be the father or mother or vice versa, because it could go both ways. There's parental alienation, parental abandonment, and things like that. It could go both ways. Women and men do it. But when it gets to a point where you got to have this type of conversation with your child, you're just trying to help them to process their emotions in a healthy way and have healthy conflict resolution, so that they don't project and act out in their adulthood based off of this trauma. I hope that makes sense.
Come. I told you that karma does not have an expiration date. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to. Everything that is going on has nothing to do with who? Exactly. So let him dig his own grave.
I hear what Royce is saying. It does not have anything to do with him directly, but that's his dad. He don't want to see nobody talking about his dad in a bad light. And it's been going on for years. He has been enduring this for years. And I get why Royce had to speak out, because Dwight uses the legal system as a weapon. And to fight that fight with him, you have to have money. So I get why she broke her silence. But was it at the expense of her son? I don't know.
I said what I needed to say. You said what you needed to say. You don't have to defend anything, because The truth is coming out. It always prevails, and sometimes it may take longer than we wanted it to. But it happened. Did we expect it to happen like this? I did not. By someone who has shown you who he is. Did not expect
What?
I did not, but I've been telling people don't F with people from Detroit. They on a different level.
Not even that. Don't mess with my family.
Did not expect
What?
I did not, but I've been telling people don't F with people from Detroit. They on a different level.
All right, so shout out to Royce for stepping in and consoling and supporting her son through this situation. It's a tough spot to be in, but my thing is he has to understand he doesn't have to pay for his parents' sins. You know what I mean? It's just like Diddy's kids. They shouldn't have to pay for their father's sins. But ultimately, Royce, I feel like she did a very good job of raising a decent young man at the end of the day, whether it's by herself through trauma and abuse and things like that. Overall, Royce, it looks like she did a decent job with raising her son. All right. So I just wanted to give him the platform because he came out, he spoke out. No one has heard from him in years. And now he finally can have his own voice. On the tail end of that, Dwight Howard breaks his silence after Amy Luciani calls him alleged ski sloper. Powderhead. All right. Let's get into it. Shout out to the neighborhood talks. All right. So Dwight Howard posted, he said, never done the Cocalina, the white girl, okay, in my life. Y'all believe everything y'all see on the internet. LOL. And it's like I said, Amy Luciani came out with all these accusations, and we supposed to just take your word for it after you ignored all the red flags and all the signs were out there. We're supposed to take your word for it. It is sad. It is sad. We're supposed to take your word for it, Amy girl, but this relationship was a clout chase at its finest. And this is what he posted. He said, me reading the hate and slander in the comments. I mean, he was at the Lakers game the same night. Right? That's him at his mansion, but I do think he's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I think he's a different person behind the scenes. I really, really do believe that. And that was Amy. We not going to get into her booger snot self. All right. Everybody spoke out. And this is originally when Royce spoke out.
Dang. But my mama crazy. My side of the family crazy. I'm crazy. My sister crazy. My brother crazy. You feel me? But hey, you know what I'm saying? I hope, you getting the help you need. But I told y'all, man. My mama did too, especially. But it gets to a point you gotta learn to deal with certain things as you get older, bro. But hey, man, that song right there, I will never do. But you got it, bro. I've been known. Oh man.
So there it is. That's who I believe. I believe the son out of everybody. It was his life that he lived with his father. He probably witnessed things or whatever. Royce has been out here saying it over and over again. She's been loud and proud or whatever. So yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think about these updates. And I'll keep y'all in a loop, okay? The last story I want to get into, and then we're going to get out of here, Naughty Crew, because I got to get to work, okay? India Love. This girl, she has been rumored. Oh, I forgot to include my boy. I forgot to include my boy before we move on to any shmuff, okay?
Dwight Howard took his talents over to Snap to let us know that he ain't never done that stuff a day in his life. Also, go follow me over there if y'all want the raw and unfiltered. I keep telling y'all that. He also posted this photo after saying that he ain't never been on that stuff a day in his life. I know it's a filter, but it gives me very much on that stuff, or maybe bad timing. I don't know. This is all following his wife, Amy Luciani, coming to the internet with what looked like a brick and showing it to us to let us know that he'd been on that stuff and that their kids were taken by CPS. I just want to clarify, though, their kids, because she does not have any kids.
Right. She kept saying our kids. Those are not her children. They do not have children together. That's what I'm saying. She was on some mess. I think Amy is lying about something. It's something she's trying to cover up. And I think Dwight got something on her. But he filed for divorce with the quickness. Okay? He ain't beat.
With Dwight Howard. The mother of this child is alive and well. And I'm not going to disclose her name because she has a lot going on, but we're sending prayers and love to her and her daughter. But back to Amy Luciani. I still think it's strange that she waited to come to the internet and tell us all of the things she told us. And her rationale was because she was trying to protect her husband and her marriage.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I call bull swanky. Excuse my language.
Her husband and her marriage, not the kids, not the child, whether it's yours or not. But as you know, the divorce has been filed by Dwight Howard, and I'll share more when more comes out.
Oh, wow. Wow. It's given that, because that whole situation with Amy was very performative, and I don't believe the crocodile tears. I really, really don't. All right, let's get into India Love. Oh, sorry. Mr. Skinny, what you got to say about the Dwight Howard, man? Let me know. Tell Stop to holler at me, man. Let me know what's going on, man. Y'all thumbs up the video.
Like, man, who you think you fooling, Playboy? Really? That's the response you giving to everybody? You never did booger sugar a day in your life, huh? Really, Dwight? You want us to believe that, bro? Then you gonna say that we'll just believe anything on the internet? Like, why would she just say that? Like, why would she show us the booger sugar? Like, why would she incriminate herself? Man, hey, bro. It's your world, man. We just living in it, Dwight, man. The only thing I can vouch for is your play on the basketball court, man. Off the court, man, bro. Dwight. Man, who you think you fooling, Playboy?
Oh, man, Mr. Skinny. He ain't fooling nobody. We all know what it is. Everybody ain't lying. Royce ain't been lying all these years for no reason. All right. India Love, she is trying to change her image. All right. She is known as being linked to a lot of industry. Amy Fugazi. She's linked to a few men in the industry. Her and her family, they had a reality show back in the day on BET. Next time I seen her was on College Hill. And she always says the same thing on other shows, that she has high anxiety. She was bullied a lot in school, and she thinks she's too pretty, and that's why she gets all this backlash or whatever. So she has been trying to break out into the streaming world, and become a mainstream streamer. They thought that her and DDG were dating, but I don't even think DDG is dateable. Okay, he needs to worry about his issues with his baby mama, Holly Bailey. So then she comes on stream and she starts boohoo crying like she always does. She uses the tears because a lot of these people, they pull on your heartstrings, and they try to touch at your emotions to get you engaged. You see this tactic with Krishan. She uses tears all the time. She can cry on the spot. You see it all the time. So when she came out talking about, I'll let her tell you. Shout out to his on site.
I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot in my teenage phase. I went through a lot in my 20s. I made a lot of mistakes, and there was a lot of people who drugged me through the dirt for it. And I believed it for a long time. I wasn't nice to myself because of what others said about me until I knew who I really was and whose I really was, which is yours, Lord. Now nobody can shake how I feel about myself. Nobody can change how I feel about myself. Nobody can change how I view myself. I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot in my teenage phase. I've been through a lot in my
Okay, and I'm all for people giving their life to the Lord. You like it, I love it. That's everybody's personal journey, their relationship with whoever they choose to dedicate their life to when it comes to religion. But I felt like this too, Naughty Crew. I felt like I've seen this play before. Okay. I seen it in Alexis Sky. Didn't she go through this phase where she was turning her life to the Lord and this and that or whatever? We seen it with Black China. Black China, so far, from what I know and what I see, she's really, really sticking to her sobriety, and she's sticking to her relationship with God being the first in her life. So I'm just like, is this really real? Is this really genuine? Like, I have a hard time taking this girl serious because in one breath she'll be in your face, talk about she changing her life. The next time we'll see her out on the gram next to some dude or connected to some other rapper and things like that. And I just saw this and I said, I really do wish the girl the best, but she got to get out of the limelight for this to really work, in my opinion. Okay. So she's on this journey now, the spiritual journey. And so she's been putting clips out there. And this is what I mean. About some of the shallow things she says. All right. And she's 30 now. So what's the excuse? Here we go.
Just as a man, I don't want to hear you say nothing about discounts, cheaper. Even if you do, like, I don't mind you getting a discount. I don't mind you preferring cheaper and things of that sort. I don't want to hear it as the lady. Like, I don't want to hear you got a problem with no prices and nothing. If I don't live my life that way, I don't want my man to express himself that way. You could feel that way. You could organize it aside from me somewhere else. But as soon as I hear somebody say, that's too much, how much is it? Oh, that shit pisses me off. Just as a woman, personal preference. This is just me talking, okay? I cannot deal with that shit. Just as a man.
That sounds very shallow to me. Like, I want to know that my man is responsible with his coin, okay? I want to know how much my allowance is going to be next month, okay? Like, what are you talking about? This woman is unmarried, single, and then I looked, I said, is that a child in the back seat with no car seat? What the hell? What the hell? Like, India. What? India.
Girl, what's going on? Girl, what's going on?
Why that baby ain't in no car seat? Like, fuck a man talking about asking for a discount and this and that. I know people like that, especially like my Caribbean people. when it comes to their coin, they do not play. What go on? They will Jew you down, bargain you down, or whatever. A dollar saved is not a dollar spent, girl. What do you mean you don't want to hear that? Like, and now I understand why your growth has been stunted, girl. Like, child, you sound crazy. All right. And so, like I said earlier, she was linked to being with DDG, but I think he was really just over there helping her with her stream. And the girlies today, they just be so loose with it. They don't mind being a friend with benefit. Like, what the hell does that mean, child? Like, India Love, she's obsessed with DDG. I'm so blessed to have a man in my life who is so nice and so genuine. I don't know whether they together or not, but girl, you better check his resume. You better ask Helly, because he is a serial cheater, child, and he hangs out with Blueface, Blueface, child. You better check his resume. Not saying nobody can change, but I don't think he changed. He's still in court with his baby mama. Well, now she's saying, this is another clip where she's talking about women without fathers don't make good girlfriends. Girl, I was about to jump out the window with this. Y'all let me know if y'all understand where she coming from.
You were raised in a two-parent household.
That matters a lot, right?
That matters a lot.
Okay.
If they didn't have their dad in their life, that matters a lot.
Seriously.
That says a lot about how they are with men and different people in general.
Okay.
It just depends on their upbringing. But for you, it's important for you to ask the right questions, because girls are like all clout driven these days. A lot of them are. So it's like, for you to have to find somebody for you, you have to really pick their brain. And then you got to see through like how they act. It's all about their actions. They could say whatever, but like, what type of girl are you really when I'm not around? Or like, were you, like, you could be on your best behavior when you're with me, but like, how are you with your friends? And like, how are you at parties? That says a lot.
Interesting.
You were raised in a two-parent household.
Okay, so this Twitter person, Spice Bay, made a good point in regards to this. She grew up in a two-parent household with a father present as fuck and was still getting effed in a park by grown men. Her body is on OnlyFans. Didn't love herself, etc. Please get the fuck out of here. So this is the problem the fans are having with India Love. This is why she can't be received, because she puts out messages like this. All right, but people went off on Twitter in regards to this. It's just like, be mindful of what you are saying out here, girl. Says this is coming from a woman who had her dad in her life, but still was 17 dating a 33-year-old and dealing with all type of different men that are nothing like her father. Exactly. So what was really going on in that household? And it just goes to show, you can have a two-parent household, but inside that house, it could be a hot mess. You don't know what that family been through. This person said, I know her ass ain't talking. Well, she has a father and is ran through. Make that make sense. I'm not reading that whole big one. Y'all get the gist. She's very contradictory in the messages. She puts out a lot of mixed messages or whatever. Her actions don't match her language or whatever. So like I said, she's supposed to be on this whole big journey, turning her life over. And like I said to United Crew, I've seen this formula over and over again. The former sluts of the industry, the former pass arounds, when they get tired of being passed around and they ass is being exploited, literally and figuratively, all of a sudden they want to go down this journey, this path with God to try to change the social media image. They are playing in y'all face, because behind the scenes, guess what they doing? It's kind of like the old adage saying, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. So let's get into this last clip and then we up out of here. Like, here we go with the tears.
and to be a wife and have a home and to be like the best mom and the best family member to my entire family.
I tell you what's going on. India hitting 30 and now she realizing, oh my God, I don't have no family. I don't have this. I don't have that. Like, because you was too busy being a friend with benefits. See, that's the problem there.
To be a wife and have a home and to be like the best mom and the best family member to my entire family. And once you desire something, it's on you to make that shift in your behavior and in your circumstances and in your self-discipline. So that's what I've really been working on these last couple months. I've really been self-disciplined in a lot of different areas. I've been fasting in certain areas in my life. I have been really getting closer to God and showing God and talking to Him, but also showing Him in my actions that I'm serious about, trying to be more and do different. And I've been seeing results in like my self-discipline and to be a wife and have a home and to
look, shout out to hip hop, first new music. Okay. India girl. I wish you the best on your journey, child. We'll see if you stick with it. We'll see if we stick with it. I was surprised you was a streamer. We'll see if we stick with that. Well, Naughty Crew, that's all I have for you guys today. I appreciate everyone joining me. I'm sending y'all peace and blessings and good energy, good vibes out to you. We will be back, I don't know, tomorrow for sure or whatever. And if I feel up to it later, maybe I'll come back on my lunch break. But I love you all. Let's leave it in the comments. Shout out to the replay game. Make sure y'all are liking the video as you are leaving, sharing this live out. If you're not subscribed, I hope you enjoyed my commentary. Please subscribe and make sure to follow me on all of the free apps. We are Naughty Love Movement everywhere. Until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. One.